Why were Russia's 1990s so chaotic after the Soviet collapse? Imagine waking up one day and everything you knew about your country's economy, government, and society suddenly changing overnight. That's pretty much what happened to Russia in the 1990s. When the Soviet Union broke apart in 1991, Russia faced a huge mess. The old system of central planning had kept the economy running for decades, but it was also full of shortages, inefficiencies, and strict rules. Suddenly, the government decided to switch to a market economy, which meant private businesses, free trade, and competition. But they did this very quickly and without enough planning. It was like trying to build a house while still living inside it. The government launched a rapid privatization process called Big Bang reforms. They sold off huge state-owned companies to private owners in a short time. But there weren't clear laws or rules to protect property rights. So, many of these companies were bought by insiders or managers who used corrupt practices. This led to the rise of wealthy oligarchs who controlled key industries like oil, gas, and metals. Meanwhile, ordinary people saw their savings wiped out by inflation, which soared because prices were no longer controlled. At the same time, the government lost control over the economy. The Soviet Union had a unified system, but now each region and republic started acting on its own. Some regions refused to send taxes to Moscow, and banks issued their own money. This created chaos in the financial system. Industrial production dropped sharply, and the gross domestic product shrank by about 15% in 1991 alone. Adding to the trouble, global oil prices fell during this period. Since Russia depended heavily on energy exports for revenue, the drop in oil prices meant less money for social programs and government spending. The social safety net crumbled, and many people faced poverty and unemployment. From a communist point of view, these years showed what happens when a country abandons its socialist roots too quickly. The collapse of the Soviet system, which had provided social stability and basic protections, led to social disintegration. The rush to capitalism created inequality and left many workers without protections or rights. The legacy of decades of communism was undermined by these rapid reforms that ignored the social fabric that held society together. In essence, Russia's chaotic decade was caused by the sudden end of a system that, despite its flaws, kept things running. The quick shift to capitalism without enough safeguards led to economic collapse, social inequality, and political instability. All these factors combined to make the 1990s a time of upheaval and uncertainty for Russia and its people.